It's Andy Moffat. Welcome to Hip Hop 24. The special guest today is Stormey Coleman. How you doing, brother?
Yep. I'm good, man. I'm good. Blessed. Staying on top of it, man. And, you know, coming through a whole lot of personal battles, but such is life.
Sure. Well, that's why I want to catch up with you. You know, the last time I spoke to you, you went pretty deep into your past, and you know, and I appreciate you opening up to me. It's very insightful. So just to pick up from last time, we spoke, you was very transparent of what you've been through and what you've had to deal with. So how's Stormey Coleman?
Yeah, Stormey Coleman's fine, man. I'm going on almost a year of being totally sober from alcohol, from all drugs, from everything. It's just a lot of exciting stuff going on in my life right now. You know what I mean? On the personal end, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty excited about that.
Wow. Well, I salute you for being for having that 1 year completely free, bro. You know,
yeah, it's a tough road, but it can be done though. I'm living proof of it.
Sure. So how have you been coping with your addiction and your depression? How have you coped in the last few years?
Man, good support, man. Honestly, it really, I think it's an understatement for shining their attention on people, you know, having good people around you. You know what I mean? Like it's really important to have good people around your supporting cast. You know what I mean? And staying positive within yourself. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you got to be your greatest fan. You know what I mean? To your own self. And sometimes you got to be you have to do it. Like you have to literally decide every day. Now it's just not. I make a decision one time in my life that I want to better myself. I want to level up. Mm-hmm. It's an everyday process. It's an everyday. You gotta literally in the morning when you wake up, you make a choice that, you know what, I'm gonna live my life this way. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna stick to my gun. Sometimes it don't seem like anything's happening, or you know what I mean. It don't seem like whatever you feel like you're trying to manifest is coming to play. But I like to challenge people to let them know it is, you know. But you just gotta stick with it, you know. I was just reading something that said, you know, a hard road and going back the other way, they both hurt. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you might as well stick on the path that you know is gonna get you somewhere, you know, because staying where you at is, you know, you already know what that's about. So you might as well, you know, go on the limb and do something different, try something different and see where it takes you. Hence the reason why I'm in Australia, you know what I mean?
It's a wonderful country. I have relatives in Australia, in Brisbane.
Oh yeah, Brisbane.
Yeah.
It's an amazing continent, man. It really is. You know, this place is one of the, I think the only place that's considered a continent, country, and an island. So, you know, it's got a lot going on here.
Sure. And the weather's brilliant as well. Not so much over here in England. Here in England.
Yeah, well, right now it's raining outside, but typically it's beautiful weather out here. It don't get too cold. It get cold, but it's not like the States, so to speak, you know.
Sure. I had my own battle with depression not too long ago, but I felt the need to kind of feel the shame of saying this, but kind of like bottled it up to myself, and it just spiraled out of control. You know, it was hard for me to admit. You know, I was going through a lot of crap basically in my life, and you know, what advice would you give to somebody who's going through it at the moment, who's sat there just thinking, can't tell anyone, or you know, what advice would you give? You know, being there, you've been there yourself.
I mean, I think another very underestimated or underrated thing is bottling things up on the inside because of shame or because of embarrassment.
Yeah.
I think that pushed a lot of people in the shell. But for me personally, if I could tell somebody that's going through anything right now, especially on a personal basis, with it, if it's dealing with addiction, if it's dealing with depression, if it's any of that, talk about it. You know, because you never know how many people out there is going through the same things. And with social media, it's so easy and so convenient to mask who you really are, you know what I mean, or what you might be really going through. That one of the most liberating things I ever did was talk about it. You know what I mean? Because once I attack my problem, somebody else, what somebody else say about my problem, it kind of take the venom out of it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I had no problem telling people about a drug addiction. I had no problem telling people about depression. I had no problem telling people about any of those things, because on the back end of it, I'm human. Number one. Number two, it's a world of people going through the same things. And third of all, it lifted a weight off my shoulders far beyond I could ever imagine, to talk about it. You know what I mean? To talk about it. I failed several times. I keep failing, and I'm gonna probably fail some more. But failing ain't the thing that'll let my air out my tires. You know what I mean? Like, failing at something for me just give me a drive, unlike any other, to go harder at it. You know what I mean? Like right now, I was speaking on my support system. Like, I got a really support system in my family and my 3-year relationship with my new fiance, will I say, and our little family. It's just helped me a lot. You know what I mean? Just focusing on what's important in life. You know, like the show aspect of it, or the hype aspect of it, is nothing in comparison to everyday people that you go through it with, that you wake up with and go to sleep with. You know what I mean? And you go through these struggles, these personal battles. They the ones who deserve the awards at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because they went through the gravel pit with you. They went through the fire with you. You know what I mean? So having supreme faith in your higher being, you know, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Hindu, whatever the case may be, having faith in that first, and then second of all, the people that you surround yourself with, man, is monumental.
Most definitely. I feel what you're saying, because, you know, my support system, you know, my wife's been my rock. You know, she's been there early hours in the morning, just all the feelings and emotions I was bottling up. You know, she bared the brunt of it, to be fair. And, yeah. I kind of feel what you're saying. So yeah, it's very good advice to have a great support network, and you know, and
that's right.
It's great for you to open up about that. Thanks so much, Stormey, for that.
Man, my pleasure. I mean, it's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, all too often, a lot of people be ready to quit on people that's that went through it with them. You know what I mean? Those are the people that actually deserve the credit at the end of the day. You know, when we accepting the award, the Lifetime Achievements Awards, or whatever awards for battling these addictions, it was a team and it was a system of people that was behind that success. Just like it was a team and it was people behind the failure. When you choose to go another direction, or the right direction, or straight for that matter, you know what I mean? You got a supporting cast of people that's with you to make that happen. So I like to shine light on that. Like my fiance Nadia, she's been excellent. We had our ups and downs. We gonna have some more, I'm sure. And it's just important to keep going. It's important to show them people love, you know, that they deserve. You know, they went through it, because nobody has to go through any of this with you. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Nobody has to do anything for you. So for the people that choose to fight with you and grow with you, and you know, and battle with you, and help you change some of those excuse my French, shit ways that, you know, that you probably adopted over the years, you know, kudos to those people, man.
Sure.
Kudos to your wife, you know what I mean, for sticking in there with you, you know what I mean? Like, real talk, like.
Definitely. I want to say congratulations, bro. I did see you got engaged earlier this year.
Well, yeah. We talked about it earlier this year, but literally today we just went and started the process, and hopefully before the year is out, we'll go ahead and make it official.
Wow, congratulations. Yeah,
thanks, man.
Yeah, yeah. So when we last spoke, you mentioned your special relationship with Afeni Shakur.
Yeah.
You got any more stories?
Great person.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned that you've got so many stories that you've that you've gathered along the years with her. What
Yeah,
kind of
man. Like Afeni, like every day, man. For almost like 2 years, like every day, man. It was something new with. It was something new with that phenomenal lady, man. Like I was thinking just earlier today, like I had a conversation with her one time, and I was listening to Pac's music, and she just randomly said, you know, I wish my baby knew that he didn't have to save the world. You know what I mean? And it was like, I let me first and foremost, I used to do a lot of shutting up, you know what I mean? Because she a highly intelligent, very brilliant woman, and I was just scared to say stupid shit around her. So like, I would just sit and listen a lot, you know. But hearing her be that vulnerable, I protected that for a lot of years, and I still do protect it with my heart that she even cared to share how she felt about certain things like that. For instance, with me, you know. And just hats off to the whole family, you know. Castro, I talked to Castro a couple of days ago. Edie just had a birthday a couple of days ago, and yeah, hats off and salute to them. Yesterday, as you probably recall, is Fatal's 6-year anniversary of his passing. So rest in peace to Fatal. Noble's doing better. He had a couple of health issues that was going on, and I pray for all of my brothers, man. Like seriously, no matter what's going on with us, no matter how much we talk, how much the space between us, or how near we are, like I always got a heart for them.
You just touched on Noble there. Have you actually spoke to young Noble? I know he's going through a personal situation.
Yeah, no, I send him messages, you know, encouraging messages. He responds back, but you know, I've really been giving people their space, and in essence, also giving me allowing my own space to grow, and stretch. You know what I mean? So I haven't been in contact with the guys like Say. But we here and there we talk, you know, and send well wishes and love to each other. Like, you know, I'm still one of their biggest fans, you know, although being a part of it, I'm a fan of it as well. And that'll never change, man.
He was a major part of the Outlawz, though, you know, going back to, was it 2005, 2006?
Yeah, starting 2003 or something like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your time with the Outlawz?
How did I say that?
How was your time with the Outlawz?
Oh man, it was electrifying, man. You can only imagine, like, you know, being selected to carry the flag. You know what I mean? It was all inspiring. It was one of the highlights of my life. It was just fun, man. There's a lot of work, you know. It's the fine line of the madness within the work, you know what I mean? So like in the music industry, I think a lot of artists don't know or don't understand that nobody's gonna make you go to the studio, nobody's gonna make you take it serious, nobody's gonna make you do anything. Like everything that you do in this industry is based off your go hard, off of your ambition, your drive to make something out of nothing. So at the end of the day, this is why you hear a lot of artists say nobody gave me shit. They right. They right. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna make you go and spend 8 hours in the studio and use your hard-earned money or somebody else's hard-earned money that believe in you. You know what I mean? But you got to show up and show out, and you got to learn how to master work within the party because it's a constant party. You know what I mean?
When you join the Outlawz, probably they got it from that work ethic and doing them 8, 9, 10, 12 hours in the studio. They probably got it from Tupac. But going back,
well, yeah, no doubt they did, and what an awesome challenge for somebody, you know, like myself coming in the game. Like I was serious about hip hop, and like I told you in the previous interview, Steele from Smith and Wesson is one who really put the fire up under my ass about taking it serious, taking music serious, taking the job of being an entertainer serious in the entertainment business. But it was another level up, and it was another level of work, rocking with Edie and Nob and Castro and Fatal. You know what I mean? Like, these guys, they just great at what they do. Like, they are able to, you know, capture the moment, become the moment, and then deliver. And that was one of the things that I had to teach myself really quick. Like, it didn't matter who was in the room. I know I can't do Edie better than Edie. I can't do Castro better than Castro. But then comes the support system of the self to let you know that can't nobody do it better than you either. Nobody can do Stormy better than Stormy. So once I captured that mentality, I didn't care who's in the studio with me. Like, you know what I mean? Whoever could be standing over there in the corner, it really don't matter. I know I can't do them better than they can do them, but I guarantee you they ain't gonna do me better than me. So that was my power. And once I learned that power and I embraced that power, it you know, it created what it created.
Sure. And I think we as fans, I think we appreciate that you did Stormey Coleman. You know, you didn't try to be Idi Amin, or you didn't try to be Young Noble or Fatal. You did you, and I think the Outlawz fans appreciate that. You know, it come across great in music. You know.
Yeah, I was just looking. I was just happy to be asked to add on to it. You know what I mean? That was already a well-rounded organization and group of guys already. So for me to come in, and a lot of the times I felt out, you know, secretly I felt like, damn, where do I fit into this? Because you got Tupac, who's already arguably the greatest artist, you know, ever lived, and then you got his supporting cast they raw, you know what I mean? They raw MCs, they raw talent. And it was like, damn, what am I gonna do here? Like, what can I contribute to what's already awesome? And I soon found my way, you know what I mean? And I added the element that I added to it. And it was a blessing, man. It's fun, to say the least. Traveled around the world, got a chance to see a lot of places that I probably wouldn't have got a chance to see without it. But you know, I'm grateful for those tours even bringing me to where I am right now, Australia, and being able to see, you know, places like Slovenia and Russia. And
yeah, I think I actually watched a concert. I think it was the other night. He was in Moscow.
In Moscow, yeah.
I think I was electrifying, just watching you rocking the stage and the fans just singing all the lyrics.
That's probably one of my favorite tours in Moscow, because I had no idea that people that far away knew anything about me. So, you know, when I get on the stage and I get ready to open my mouth and I can point the microphone at the crowd and they saying something that I wrote, you know, a year ago or 2 years ago, and it's like, oh shit, like they say it better than I do, you know, you know what I mean? which also brought me to respecting what I say out of my mouth a lot more, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the content that we come up with and we deliver, you know, we could sometimes be very complacent at saying things out of our mouth, not understanding that it's a lot of people that take what we say literal.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes we're not speaking from personal experiences, more so we talking about situations that we might know going on in the community or might be going on in the world. But at the end of the day, man, it taught me to, you know, it became a time when I totally shut down from music, because I was like, oh wait, you know, I don't feel like that no more. And it's like, shit. How do I help guide the youth or anybody that's listening to Stormy about whatever they listen to me for? Like, how do I provide some content to help them get somewhere instead of just the art of rhyming words, you know, hat, bat, and cat, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I took a more responsible approach towards it, and even started checking what I listened to for my own self, you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of times, you know, a great beat could have a shit message behind it, you know what I mean? And I had to really stop myself and be like, you know, I can't listen to artists all day feed me that they're great, and then the people that they talking about is shit. Like, I can't do that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not subscribing to somebody telling me that they kings and everybody that's listening to them is peons or peasants, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, what do I do there? Like, you know, I can't change the world, but I can't change me. So at the end of the day, changing my world is what counts. I ain't really trying to change nobody else.
Definitely. I think that's where how you've matured as an artist. But going back to Tupac, I think he started off kind of the opposite. He started off more political and more. He had a message. The first two, 3 albums, he had a message, and it's when he joined Death Row, I think he went the opposite road. He went, rapping about gangs and this and that, violence.
Yeah.
But what can you say about that situation where it was? Do you think Pac was pressured? Impact was pressured to.
No, I don't think Tupac as an individual was ever pressured. I can't interview through him, but if I could just take a stab at that question, was he pressured? Nah, I think that was just raw adrenaline and raw talent and raw who Tupac is as a person. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, nobody was gonna punk Tupac into doing anything. I firmly believe that, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, anything came out his mouth, I believe that he believed everything he said. And he felt that way. Whether he would feel that way today, who knows? We can speculate all day about what he would think or do in the music industry today had he lived this long. But I don't think he hid his tongue or how he felt about any situation at all, Sure. And let's remember, Tupac was 25 when he passed away, so he was still I'm 45. I just turned 45. So at the end of the day, me thinking about me at 25 years old, the shit that I was on at 25 years old, and where I'm thinking at 45,
sure,
it's a total different person. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
To different thought process, different way of attacking situations. Might not have been so high-headed about certain things, but who's to know? That's just all in speculation, man. Who we can't possibly know unless he opened his mouth and said it himself.
So, going back to his mother, Afeni, what kind of things did she pass on? Did she pass on anything that you use today, like knowledge or anything that she said that
all the time, one of my favorite things that I remind myself of constantly is I remember one day I went to talk to her because I was anxious about getting in the studio, getting back to work. I had just left Australia and I was ready to rock. I'm ready to do this. I'm feeling like I got to do that. I got to do this, that, and other. And I went down to a house and she was like, "Look down at your feet." I'm like, I kind of laughed it off. She was like, "No, I'm serious. Look down at your feet." And I looked down at my feet, and she kind of took her hand under my chin and lifted my chin up and was like, "Where you are is where you're supposed to be. And when the good Lord get ready to move you and say that you need to be somewhere else, you ain't got to worry about doing a thing because it's going to happen. So right now, where your feet are, enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, enjoy the people and the surroundings, and stop rushing your life to somewhere that you still don't have a clear plan of where you're trying to be to." So that's just one of the jewels that she dropped on me of just being patient. Be persistent but patient. You know what I mean? Like if you got a plan on doing something, baby steps, in any kind of step. Sometimes we take great leaps, sometimes we take baby steps, we crawl, sometimes peace, be still, don't move at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like just relax. I kind of it's similar to like, going to plant a field of whatever, like say fruit or vegetables or whatever the case may be. We can do all that we can do, but there comes a time where the moon got to do its part, or the sun got to do its part, or water got to do its part, and it don't take you to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I sometimes, I think if we understood that as a people, that I think we'll take some of the pressure off our shoulders of trying to make everything happen right when we want it to happen, because everything takes a process, almost like a child being born. You commit the act, and then you got a 9-month process. I don't care how much you want to harvest, it's just not time. Mm-hmm. And when it's time, don't you worry about it. It's gonna come extra. You know what I mean? And be ready when it's when it's time. So I try to live by that theory right now, where even when I make plans about want to do another album or want to move on to this or learn a new trade or any of that, man, it's just like, you know what, plant the seed, water it, then take your hands off of it, because Mother Earth got to do her part too.
Yeah, valuable.
You know what I mean?
And yeah, you must have dropped so many jewels on you. It's crazy. You know, I have an autobiography co-written by I think it was Jasmine Guy who did a book, and there's so much knowledge in there. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Jasmine Guy spent a lot of time around Afeni and the family as well, so I'm sure she got a treasure trove of experiences with Miss Afeni as well.
Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, word.
You know, recently, I think Your Noble posted something about, was it Stickman who visited him? I think you visited him for some support.
Yeah.
I think you had did you have a relationship with Stickman?
With Stick's mother?
No, Stickman. Did you have a?
Yeah, Stickman. Yeah, man, Stickman. Like, yeah, that's one of my favorite people on the planet, man. Stickman I learned a lot from that guy. Like, he another one that I'm a fan of. Although he's a peer of mine, you know, we did work. We did the Can't Sell Dope Forever album together. The Information Age, I did a lot of behind the scenes work with him while he was in the early stages of that. And whenever we run across each other, he shared stage with me. I share with him. And so Stickman is oh my goodness, is a phenomenal guy.
Sure.
Great man. Great man. I'm honored and pleasure to know the guy, man.
Sure. He comes across as someone who's got like a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom. Do you agree?
Yeah, he like a sensei to me. You know what I mean? I can't front. Like, you know what I mean? I look at some of the shit and be like, yo, what put you there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is it that got you so focused? Like, you know what I mean? It's just certain things and certain ways that he moved that I still admire to this day. And I'm like, damn, man, like I ain't learned that lesson, or I ain't get that lesson when I was a kid, or somewhere through the trenches when you was a teenager. What put you on to that to make you that focused? Mm-hmm. But yet still, him and M1 in the same are great influences on my life as well.
Sure. I always see you reposting somewhere, Insta reposting the quotes that he posts and other stuff. It's interesting some of the stuff that he does post, and
yeah,
you know, it does play on your mind. It does, like you say, it does influence you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Them guys, man. I'm telling you, like I feel like I'm one of the luckiest artists that ever lived, man, because some of the people that I've gotten a chance and an opportunity to talk to, meet, work with, phenomenal people, man. You know, like Dr. Khalid Muhammad, Afeni Shakur, you know, like the guys that the Outlawz, Speak Dead Prayers, Chad Butler, aka Pimp C, was a very smart man as well, you know. Bun B, like it's just a lot of artists, man. They just really good. The Goody Mob, you know what I mean. I did some work with Cujo Goody and Timo from the Goody Mob. I've always wanted to work with CeeLo. I always wanted to work with Big Gip. I haven't to this date, but it's still something on my to-do list. Like I'm a total fan of them guys, man. I'm a fan of our culture, period. So at the end of the day, I got nothing but love and good rapport for those guys.
Yeah, sure. Another artist you did collaborate with when you was with the Outlawz was Young Buck. How did that come about?
Yeah, man. Another one. There you go. Pure raw talent, man. Young Buck. He's phenomenal. He went through a couple of things a few years ago, and I'm glad to see he back at it, and he got the wind back beneath his wings, man, and he doing this thing, and all the love and respect in the world of Young Buck, man.
Sure, I seen him in a concert, and it's going back to 2015, 2016.
Yep.
G-Unit did a tour of United Kingdom, and he was just crazy. He was just rocking the stage. Out of like 50, Lloyd Banks was there. out of all three or four of them, Young Buck was just crazy. He was just electric. He was bouncing off.
Yeah, he a one-man band, man. Like Young Buck got all the energy in the world, and he's very passionate about his life. He's passionate about his family. He's passionate about his art. You know what I mean? So shout out to Young Buck, man.
Yeah,
I love Young Buck. I still listen to Young Buck. I still listen to his albums constantly. Stay on rotation in mine. You know.
How was it working with him?
It was fun. It was fun to sit back, like I say, man, like being a fan of it, looking at it from a fan standpoint, like it's just amazing to see them guys raw talent, just, you know, how they think of stuff, how they come up with it, and then how they deliver it, you know, and getting a chance to experience their lives on a personal level, to know that they mean what they saying means that counts the most, you know.
Sure.
You know, they really going through those celebrations in life and those triumphs and pains and all of that, and to see that and share some of those moments with them, man, is all inspiring. So at the end of the day, man, Young Buck is, you know, he's one of my favorites.
I think with when Young Buck collaborated with the Outlawz, hip hop was crazy. You know, you've seen someone from G Unit hook up with someone, you know, with a group who was established by Tupac Shakur. I think hip hop was crazy at that point. But why Cashville Outlawz era, it didn't last long. What do you know why it come to an end so quickly?
Well, it's really hard to speculate on what was going on behind closed doors. I know we was really doing our best to make the Cashville project. Hold on for 1 second. Let me plug up my phone here so I make sure I don't lose you. But the times we was doing that Cashville project, man, I thought it was going to take flight, you know, and do a little bit better than what it did, but unfortunately, whatever happened behind closed doors happened, and
sure, it
did what it did. But I'm just glad that I got the opportunity to do the music, you know, because without the, you know, past the fame and all of the hoopla and this, that, and the other, I just love rubbing shoulders with good artists. And it's needless to say that Young Buck is a great artist.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sure. Recently, you've been actually hinting about working on a new project. Is there anything you can elaborate on that?
Yeah. So out here in Australia, it's a treasure trove of talent out here, and I've always wanted to do 4 solo projects. You know what I mean? No matter the success of them or whatever the case may be, I always just felt like I wanted to do 4 albums, right?
Sure.
And I've done 3, and the Alpha Beta album is still in the works, and I'm gonna complete that project, but I'm not gonna rush it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But it is being created, you know, as we speak. I'm writing. I'm back in the studio writing. I'm accepting tracks from a lot of people. I backed off from doing features and shit like that because I just wanted to focus mainly on me and what I wanted to deliver as far as music or contribute to music. So me and the brothers, Adam and Jordan Satardi, been doing a lot of talking back and forth with each other. Sure. Some of my producers from Atlanta, I'm talking to, and we doing some things. So it's coming. It's coming. I don't have a date to tell you when it's dropping, but I think I will drop some music before the year's out.
Exciting. The fans want that new Stormey Coleman.
Yeah, man. I've been hearing it, and honestly, I used to turn a little cold shoulder to it, like, yeah, fuck out of here, whatever. But more and more often now, I'm getting a lot of people that's asking me like, yo, when you just do something, just drop anything. We don't care. Just put something out. We want to hear your voice. And I'm like, you know what? With that being said, I will. You know what I mean? I will.
Good stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
Going back to Young Noble, he posted on Instagram, as we touched before, he posted on Instagram, he's going through a lot of personal issues. He hinted that the new Outlawz album dropping in September 13th, I think will be the last Outlawz album. What, have you got any opinion on that?
No, I don't have an opinion on it, so to speak. I want to hear it. You know, I just want to hear it. I'm gonna support it either way it go, whether I'm a part of it or I'm not a part of it. I'm gonna listen to it and I'm gonna support it because they're my brothers, you know.
Sure.
And regardless of any personal hangups or any of that shit, like I always support them guys. And they can't do no wrong to me, you know. And they can't do no wrong in my eyes. So at the end of the day, any attempt or any addition that they contribute to music, man, I support it and I salute them. You know, because I know they mean it from the heart, whatever they doing. You know. So the last Outlaw album happens September 13th, which is an interesting date. We all know.
Yeah.
I salute it. You know what I mean, and I wish it the best, whatever that project is, and hopefully, shit. We never know. Maybe the guys that called me and you know, shoot me something to say something on.
Oh. That'd be awesome, you know, because the fans, they appreciate your music, Stormy, and that's the thing, you know. You come in, like you say, you come in at 03, 04 time, and you put your own stamp with the Outlawz. You know, you put your own twist into it. You know, you didn't copy off no one, and that's what we do appreciate. The fans do truly appreciate that, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. I just try to add. I really try to be an addition to anything that I'm blessed to be on, you know what I mean, and try to attack it from a different vantage point, no matter you know, no matter who the artist is that sent me some. You know, General Steele from Smith & Wesson sent me something recently, and I've been working on that as well. So I got music coming, you know what I mean. It's taking the time that it takes. I had to do a lot of personal growing and looking at things differently and from another perspective in my life, but I'm pretty much ready to crank back up and do some music. I always do music, you know. It's just a therapeutic thing for me. But I'm anxious to work with the guys, man, and we'll see, you know. Yeah. But either way it go, I would love for people to support the Outlawz in anything they do, whether I'm a part of it or not. You know what I mean? I got that kind of heart, you know what I mean? And I mean that from the bottom of it.
Sure. So the joint you did with General Steele, is that off a new album from him, or?
Yeah, it's something that he got work. Steele probably the hardest working artist in music, man. Like I don't know how much a lot of people know or follow, but at the end of the day, Smith & Wesson, man, legendary, man. One of my favorite groups, you know what I mean? And they definitely in my top 5.
Definitely. Yeah.
Just
before we let you go, Stormy, I'm a massive fan of what you put on Instagram. You know, the positive the vibes you give off. I live in England, you live in Australia, and sometimes I wake up with like 3-4 posts on my phone. You know, just positive vibes. Yeah. It sets you up for the day. Yeah. So, just before we let you go, can you provide like a thought of the day? You know, just to give give off them positive vibes to help people going through.
Absolutely. And what that positive vibe will be, man, is just every day that you blessed to wake up. You know, every day that you blessed to wake up is the greatest day of your life. You know what I mean? Like today, this moment in time right now is the greatest moment that we'll ever have in life. You know what I mean? So treat that moment and treat that day as if it's, you know, it's a gift, and hence the reason why it's called the present. You know what I mean? So it's a present. It's the gift to you. This life experience is a gift, and the mercy that you get to continue to live it shouldn't be undermined by no shape, form, or fashion, because life can end. You know, we lost a lot of great people this year. We lost DMX, we lost Black Rob, you know what I mean? We lost a lot of phenomenal people this year, you know, and especially with the DMX passing, like I literally cried like a baby. And I don't know DMX. I didn't know him personally, like say. You know, I did get a chance to run into him a couple of times, but truth of the matter, like, is when he passed away, I saw myself.
Wow.
Sure. You know what I mean? Like it hit that close. I was just like, shit. I'm like, you know, if you don't take life by the horns and be proactive about where you're trying to be or what you're trying to get to, you know, these are the type of things that can happen to you, man. And my heart goes out to DMX and his family and his kids and all of his riders and all his brothers and sisters. And I mean that be it blood or be it the people that he called brothers and sisters, man, my heart goes out to them, because I even cried the day that DMX passed away, because I recognized that we lost a phenomenal talent. We lost a phenomenal man. We lost a God-fearing man, all in the same breath, you know, and life is not to be taken for granted, no moment of it, you know. And if you've been fortunate enough to live life and you can recognize that you've taken life for granted and you need to level up, congratulations on that midlife crisis, you know what I mean? Because nothing is guaranteed to us, you know what I mean? No day is guaranteed to us. So every day that you wake, you know what I mean, try to find something to be happy about. If you can't be happy about the fact that you actually opened your eyes to give life another shot today, you got another shot at it. Fuck what happened yesterday. Yesterday is gone. You can't change it. Tomorrow is too far away. Only thing you got is like right now. The power of now, you know what I mean? Eckhart Tolle, the power of now is very important, and don't take that for granted. You know, the greatest day of your life is the day that you recognize that. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Stormy. Thanks for that. You know, that's given me the kind of motivation that, you know, I want to run a marathon or something like that. You know, today's the day. You know, get out there.
I'm telling you, every time I think, you know, because let's just touch just for a quick second back on people that's that maybe just starting their journey of changing their life, whether it's trying to overcome abuse of any sort, addiction of any sort, depression of any sort. Like one day leads to two. But you got to start. You have to start. You know what I mean? You have to get to day 2 and 3 and to create better memories. You got to start the first day.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know yesterday you was thinking of yourself as a failure. Yesterday you was thinking of yourself like you can't do it or whatever you was thinking. But today when you woke up, you had a possibility of, you know what? I want something more. Yep. And you can have it. But it take one day. It take one day. And that next day, that one day will lead to 2, 2 will lead to 3, 3 and so on. Before you know it, you know, a month will happen. And then guess what? The bullshit happens in life that'll test you to see if you know what I mean? Is this really what you want? Somebody will put that drug in your face, or somebody will come to you and remind you of your failures of yesterday. But you got to be strong enough to see past that.
Yeah.
You understand? You got to be strong enough mentally, physically, and spiritually to, you know what? I'm going to put that over there somewhere. I'm not going to chase it. I'm not going to pull from it. I ain't going to run to it. I'm just going to sit that over there and let it be. You stay focused on whatever that goal is and say thank you to it every day. I don't care how far it seemed away or how close it seemed to you. Say thank you to whatever it is that you want in life and know that it's possible. You know what I mean? That's it.
That's gonna resonate. That's gonna resonate when this goes out. That's gonna resonate to a lot of people.
I hope so. because it resonated with me, and I hope, you know, at the end of the day, I hope that my life existence means, if nothing, that much, you know, that, you know, somebody, I ain't the only one, I ain't the first, and I ain't the last that's gonna battle any of those tragedies, but I will be one of the advocates to tell people that it's possible to choose another way. It's just a choice. You know, happiness is not a circumstance, it's a choice. Definitely. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that, Stormy. Appreciate that so much, you know, and like I said, a lot of people's gonna jump on them words what you've just spoken, and you know that's gonna make an impact on people's lives.
Thank you, brother, for having me, man. I'm a fan of yours as well, man. I stay close, I stay watching. You know what I mean? We might not speak every day, but guess what? I'm watching, I'm paying attention, and I'm praying for everybody that I know that's proactive about growing us as a people and growing themselves, and people that's going through things, man. You ain't never alone, ever. You know what I mean? Ever alone. You got people like myself, you got people like yourself that's right along there with you. And if anybody feel like they want to reach out to me for anything, you know, they can email me at stormeycoleman17@gmail.com, or they can reach out to me on social medias or any of those avenues, man. I'm available to provide a service of any sort that can help somebody get past anything that might be tripping them up, because it's all an illusion. You know what I mean? They ain't got to grab that electric cord of any problem. They can put that cord down and pick up a positive cord that's gonna lead them to where they want to be.